Blew the head gasket. All the parts stores in Pukekohe, we bought them all out of the alternative belts.
Ready to rip, dude.
Hey guys, it's Brodie and we're back in New Zealand ready for Pukekohe Raceway, which is actually starting today. We flew in a whole week early to get the car ready. We've tried to start vlogging, but like we've had a bit of a shit show going on. Put a clutch in the car, put an alternator in the car, had a million little issues to try and tidy up after Summer Bash. It has not gone straightforward. We're on the dyno yesterday, we did a couple of pulls and blew the head gasket. Managed to get the head remachined yesterday, get it all back together. It's now on the back of the trailer and we're heading to the track. We've tried to start filming this thing a few times, but it just doesn't line up and really make sense. So we're starting the vlog now. It's been a hell of a trip already. We don't really know conclusively why we blew a head gasket, but we haven't wound it down. We just got the dyno freshly making 800 kilo, which is essentially the same as it made back in Australia, and we're not really trying to push too much more, but I do think horsepower is going to be important this weekend. Going to try and keep it in. I had lost a little bit of tension on the head studs, like they were down about 60 foot-pounds. That's quite low for 100 foot-pounds. They actually should be with a 625 plus head studs. So I don't know whether, since it's a fresh block, like a new block and a new head, whether maybe we had some heat growth and we lost some tension. Don't know. Regardless, we'll put it back the same as it was. We're about to send it. Thought process is we're not pussies. We're not here to fuck around. So blows it again. It is what it is. And I don't know. I guess if you lose on a big fucking bet, you know, you're best to double down at this point, right? The chance of losing twice in a row is not real. So fuck it. But anyway, car's in the back. We're heading to the track. It's gonna be a really cool weekend. We have D1NZ Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Drift GP on the Sunday, which is the international only comp. We've got some really big drivers coming over, which is really cool, like Chelsea Denofa, Ryan Littoral, Connor O'Sully, Laurie Heinonen. So we're gonna have to have our shit together, and yeah, hopefully we can put it to these guys. This track does look pretty gnarly. We'll do a little track walk when we get there, but yeah, we're gonna have to balls up and send this thing. What do you think, Maz? Just here? Yeah, okay, yeah, right, mate.
Keep going, boys, keep going.
Right, mate, move it on.
Alright.
So, as you can see, big dividend up there, though.
Even there's a bit big of a bump.
Look at the lines there.
Yeah.
That has not ended well.
This corner would not, like, we wouldn't even be talking about it if there was a fence either side.
That actually looks
If
really
there wasn't a fence either side, we wouldn't even be talking about this, like it was sketchy.
Yeah.
Obviously, some of the bumps and shit look pretty scary.
Bunk, yeah, like
But I
especially
think the
through
visuals is like the problem.
Yeah.
I actually thought this would be like
It's a blind corner.
You know, like the little kink in the back straight at Simmons.
Yep.
I thought it was going to be like that, but this is like a lot fucking tighter than that.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Chelsea? Ready to rip, dude.
Yo.
conveniently drives away.
Yeah, good shit, boys. Well done, eh? Fuck yeah, boys. That was sick. Thank you. Did a good job on that, eh?
24 Spates Ultra Mop, bro.
Oh, nah. I was going to say that was fucking hard work getting them 100 tyres off the back, eh?
You wouldn't know.
So, we didn't even capture any of it. Went out for media, did a little pull in the car, and hesitated a little bit. Noticed about 11 volts, checked, and the belt's off. If you're watching some of us, you would have seen that we just like lever barred one on it at the track.
Yep. She's old.
So I'm hoping that we don't have an underlying issue. The belt probably was never really the right size, and we just stretched it and made it work for the event. So I don't even know what size belt was on it. Anyway, we've got another belt for it now. It's a little bit wrong. We're about to step drill this fucker out and get going. Hopefully we get to practice tonight. It's a bit of a sketchy setup all round. We've got Pro Sport out on track, and then they're going to go pro. It's taken them like an hour and a half, and there's still half of them left. There's only 40 minutes left of track, so it probably won't go. But it's meant to rain pretty hard tomorrow, so even still, they don't really want to lay too much rubber down because turn one's obviously so fast on this track, and they're a little bit worried about that happening. So yeah, it was a bit of a vote before with the drivers who want to do it, who didn't want to do it, and obviously we put our hand up saying, fuck it, we'll do it, who cares? But maybe if we don't get out, it'll be for the better. We're going to try and get out, but we'll see what happens. So we didn't get a GoPro in the car, but entry's pretty chill, honestly. The track at the moment is a little bit hard to read. Like I was a little bit all over the shop, but it's like quite rough. There's like a rubber line, the old circuit line, and then obviously the track otherwise has been used for like 5 or 6 years. So into turn one was like pretty committed, and then kind of half to 2/3 of the way through, the car kind of like bounced a bit and then like unloaded like quite hard. So I might think about some setup changes for tomorrow. Be interesting to see if it just gets better with more rubber down, because I do think that the rubber that's on this track is the circuit line, not like the drift line. So when we're sort of saying mid-track, we're going from having rubber to like no rubber. But yeah, car felt pretty good, relatively. We were misfiring a little bit, so I like wound the power down, but just because there was fucking oil on the spark plugs and shit everywhere. But yeah, looking at gearing charts and stuff, like I think we're well over 200 k's now and just straight up. So yeah, pretty cool. Definitely not as intimidating as the Kiwis made it out to be. It's fucking chill. Turns out the rock cover would like to be bolted on.
Yeah, makes sense.
Checks out. Alright, day 2, baby! We put those rock cover bolts in last night and warmed it up, seemed to fix that issue, which obviously checks out. Did a little ratio change, changed the rear springs and stuff too. Obviously, it's pretty early days, we're making pretty substantial changes like that, but we're not going to get many laps this weekend. They're already a little bit behind schedule today. Starting to rain, there's a lot of pro sport cars. I expect we're probably going to get a crash. We've got 3 practice sessions today of only 2 laps, so potentially 6 laps today before qualifying, but I almost guarantee we're going to lose a session just due to obviously the track being like this. So yeah, I'm going to try and be on top of it. Obviously it looks like it's raining. The track's going to be pretty intimidating if it's raining, but we'll work it out.
Well, in true random Australia versus New Zealand fashion, we're getting different fuel maps in the ECU, so the car's having a bit of a cut. Brodie can talk more about what it feels like, but we've gone through, checked plugs, checked all the connectors in the engine bay, but whipped out the laptop, and yeah, the fuel map, different to the dyno, different to where we're at here. So obviously we're on remote support back home, loaded the right fuel map in it, and we're gonna go again. So fingers crossed, but the report from everywhere, people that have commented, he's hooked up, he's running wide, he's running real deep line, so it's looking pretty good so far. So we'll see what happens.
Yo, so we're on the grid, ready to go up for qualifying. Haven't had much practice today, but pretty much everyone's in the same boat. The weather is pretty intermittent. It's sort of raining a little bit now, but hopefully it holds out. Luckily for us, it might be an advantage because obviously we haven't done round 1, round 2. We're like pretty much first out for qualifying. Hopefully the weather holds out. We're just going to send it. I wouldn't say I'm really comfortable, but I don't think anyone is. Speed's okay, but the track's quite rough and I haven't really learned where to go and where not to go. Car's missing a little bit if I like pedal or throttle, so it's going to try and hold it pretty mashed. See how we go. We have a couple of little experimental setup changes we're going out with. See what it is. So it has just started absolutely pissing down as I'm the last car lined up to go out on track. No time for setup changes. Gonna wind the boost down. And yeah, it's gonna be us, I suppose. Not really sure what's going on, but I assume the guys went after me because that's the 4-2, this one, there's 2 behind me. Must have all spun out or something. Because I've started doing a track cleanup and there's like a puddle apparently on the entry. I didn't even see it because I couldn't actually even see because the fog was so bad. But now they're potentially going to deem this track unsafe to drive. Also really annoying because I put a fair bit of effort into warming my tyres up, and then now we're just sitting on the grid for like 10 or 15 minutes in the rain. Like semis require the tyre temperature to be able to drift on them. So yeah, I'm going to have a fair crack on this burnout box, but if I do that, I might fog the windscreen. We just got old mate here to clean it, so I don't really know. Maybe you'll just try and do a little bit of fronts and then just fucking cook it on the run up. Try and get some rear temp. So we're back at the track now on Saturday. Realised we didn't really talk too much about qualifying, but basically the rain set in and got pretty crazy. Had to put the camera and shit away because we want to get wet, obviously. But yeah, that really didn't work out. We had 2 pretty average runs, as you were just saying. Like it was pretty shit. But we probably were about the worstly affected car, or at least me and like the 4 that were kind of in my qualifying pack, with the weather pretty much. Like the weather came down hard. Obviously we were sitting on the grid, next cars to go out, and yeah, had to deal with, I think it was 26 millimeters of rain or something crazy like that. Did our first run, they postponed the track because they didn't think it was safe to run for about 20 minutes to sitting on the line. It almost made it worse because now I didn't have any tyre temp, and then my second run was probably even like worse again. And then they got a few more cars through, and then they pretty much postponed the event for about 60 minutes, 90 minutes, because the car went into the wall pretty heavy. Everyone that was kind of around my spot qualified pretty averagely. Like we definitely made a lot of mistakes. Definitely not saying that it was not some driver in on that, but like we definitely got the worst of the weather. Guys that went first got dry track, and then essentially like the guys that went right at the end, the highest qualifiers, pretty much all just come right at the end, as there was like no rain, no puddling, and the track was nice and flat. But also I guess you get the advantage of being able to watch everyone else's runs and see what they do too, and see what's actually scoring pretty well, and like learn a little bit. But yeah, anyway, looks like it's going to rain again for a fair bit of today. Obviously I hadn't really driven the car in the wet before. We have a lot of fucking problems. I'm not really sure if we ever have enough shit here to really actually fix them. The front of the car is really wide, it's really short, and you don't really have much feel for where the front of the car is. It's like wide and looking really janky on low angle, but then also you're like pushing and losing the front a lot as well. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to try and work out a little bit of a setup on the car from the wet. I think in the dry, like it's okay. Car's still like not good on bumps around here like at all. I don't know if it ever really will be, because the car's got so much anti-squat in the back that it's just like on gas and fucking bouncing around. Anyway, so we're definitely not really comfortable. It's definitely not really how we wanted the day to go. Started off pretty positive. I think we still have the pace in the dry. Like that's not really too much of a problem, but being able to consistently chase people and do lead runs is going to be another whole thing. But yeah, interestingly, I was really comfortable in this car at Summer Bash and thought it was like the fucking best setup car I've ever driven. But yeah, it is not riding bumps well at all. And then you throw a bit of wet in the mix too, and we have the same sort of problem. But anyway, so there we go. We'll keep soldiering on, and we'll get back out there. Yeah, we just went around all the parts stores in Pukekohe and bought them all out of the alternator belts. Hope that's enough for the weekend, but obviously, like we've got later today, plus Sunday, no one's going to be open, so it's going to keep stocking up. I don't really know why it's flicking the belt. We didn't really talk about it, did we? But yeah, last session, flicked an alternator belt, so I didn't get to chase Saxon, but definitely the car was a lot better, being more compliant over the bumps, so we're definitely winning a little bit. But yeah, unfortunately thrown another alternator belt, so that's 2 for this weekend, 1 for the other weekend. Don't really know, the bracket seems really strong and sturdy, and it's definitely a line. I'm starting to think maybe the harmonic balancer doesn't have any ohms in it anymore. Don't know, but anyway, we're just going to put them belts on because not much we can do about it except for do that, but maybe we just do 4 passes and then preemptively jack the fucking belt. Alright, so we got the big girl all packed up. I don't think we even talked about the last bit. We put another belt on it, didn't even get around the sight lap, popped it straight off again. I've had a good look around everything that's fucking simple and easy. Obviously it's done this a fair bit now. We've done like 3 or 4 belts pretty much in about 5 or 6 laps, so we can't just continue to do that. Obviously this car also runs electric power steering as well, and popping and missing, and this is an entry where we can't fuck around with that power steering. But we're also just dreaming driving something like this, because if it comes off and takes out the dry sump pump too, like we're fucking pretty cooked. Cooks that belt. So yeah, we got like half an hour until we meant to start. We've been fucking around. Got to the point where we're not going to be able to fix this. Our current theory, we really need to pull it off, is the harmonic balance is actually smoked. It's continuously rattling the bolts out of the sump pan every time we Loctite them in. And if you look up from the inside, you can actually see the outer shell has been hitting the inner shell. The balance is really old on this, come with a car, it's 10 years old, and these things are designed to have replaceable O-rings in them. So it's a pretty good chance your O-rings are fucked, and that's why we can't keep a belt on it, because like I just said before, everything else kind of checks out. So yeah, we're not going to be able to put a harmonic balance on this, on these motors. It's a massive job, like an SR, like probably, but with this, it's like a full whole front of the car out, proper puller, everything, and we don't even have one here. We're looking to go and pinch one off Connor's car, which is half an hour away. Like, we're kind of just fucking dreaming. So, pretty disappointing, but yeah, it's going to be the end of our D1 NZ Round 3 campaign. Good news is we have Drift GP tomorrow. So, it's kind of what we're hoping. If we get onto this early, get this car out of here, get this thing sorted, hopefully get it on a dyno as well, and actually fix like all the issues we're having with half throttle, and then just come out swinging tomorrow.
What do you got there?
We had to buy this. Just had to spend like my whole life savings. Some Milwaukee tools in New Zealand because they're twice the price here for some fucking stupid reason. But anyway, only way to get this thing off.
Worked.
I'm disappointed in my life decisions a little bit, but we're committed to the cause. The other problem is this little piece of shit may not even have enough grunt to get this off. But that's going to be the next fucking thing. Anyway, problem for in a minute.
I mean, bro, it looks like it could run. It also looks like it could snap.
These things are pretty shit. It's really not.
Bro. It's like...
How long is it going to take?
Money. We bought the real tools, otherwise we would have been actually fucking around so much. So literally,
broke RV owners.
it's fully cooked.
Okay, well, yeah, unfortunately, Ethan, you're still my mate, but yeah, you're no good to us right now, bro. So I gotta talk to you later. Goodbye.
We're trying to suss the balancer at the same time, or a rebuild kit, or as Dudley said, a victim that we can fucking nail some shit off. So yeah, big shout out to Connor for letting me pull this off his practice car. Looks to be in good nick. Might just pull it apart and make sure it's all sweet. But yeah, I just left the actual hub piece still on the end of the crank, so we don't have to pull it off, pull the intercooler and shit out. And yeah, that's the only bit we really need. So hope this gets sorted. We also forgot that we don't have any more belts, so kind of just pinching Connor's belt too, so hopefully that works. So we definitely like, feels like we're like calling in some favours, which I guess we kind of are, but Jenkins' workshop, using Dudley's tow car, someone else's trailer, pillaging stuff off Connor's spare car. Anyway, it's gonna be worth it, right? Alright, so we're all sorted, cars on the trailer, pretty fucking over it, but anyway, we've got the job done, so hopefully. Alright, so belt come off again on the out lap. I didn't catch on the GoPro again, but we're getting pretty fucking sick of this. I did crack it, leave, but the boys are working on the car, so yeah, we might go back out. If not, I really do want to actually burn it. It's pretty fucking pathetic. Can't get a belt on this thing. Anyway, very, very frustrating and makes us look like absolute fucking novices that we can't even practice. So, I mean, even if we get in now, we're kind of fucked because we haven't driven like at all. Anyway, whatever. Let's try. a fucking shit show. Probably the only way to put that. Actually, heading. I am. Waiting time of money. Anyway, we'll pack up and how we that?